So the Yorkshire Integrated Catchment Solutions Programme is designed with its entire focus on delivering benefits to the region, delivering impact, delivering environmental solutions. But those are meant to be underpinned by using existing environmental science. So our funders, the National Environment Research Council, want us to be able to deliver impact from using environmental science that's out there. And so we seek to generate 50 million of benefits to Yorkshire's economy, but also to grow the network of catchment management experts and the interactions between those experts from different fields and so on, coming together, meeting, discussing, and coming up with projects that are going to benefit as many people as possible. We also want to inform policies and strategies, as well as things that will, tools and so on, that will assist practitioners with on-the-ground solutions. Now, because of the pandemic, we're going to be running now till January 2023, so there's been an extension given to the programme. And so we're just after the midpoint of iCASP. Where possible, what we're trying to do moving forward is not only deliver benefits to the Yorkshire region, and of course that's the priority, but where possible, can we take some of the things we've been doing and export them nationally or even internationally to deliver impact there too? We have 6 themes within iCASP, but don't forget about the I. The I is about integration, okay? So we're trying to integrate solutions, integrate organisations, integrate funding. So whilst these 6 themes in front of you around climate resilience, flood forecasting, flood and drought mitigation, water quality, carbon sequestration and sustainable agriculture are all important themes in their own right, critically, we're also all about integrating across these themes to deliver solutions around these topic areas broadly within the remit of the catchment system. So what has iCASP delivered to date? Well, we've got about 30 projects that are underway or have already completed. We've set up a couple of communities of practice, and those have been extremely beneficial in those communities. So we've got one on natural flood management and another on a farmer network, which is looking at contract solutions, agri-environmental payment systems. We've secured additional funding to support the work of iCASP through looking for other sources of income in addition to the NERC funding originally given to us. And we think our reach is relatively strong, but of course we could always grow our interactions. But we've got about 160 new organisations attending our events. We've worked, though, with 40 partners directly within our projects, delivering solutions for those partners. And a whole set of business cases that we've been involved with, or investment plans that we've been supporting to the tune of around £200 million in total. And there's been 16 different tools, models, guidance documents, or so on that have been produced that people are finding very useful in supporting the activity on the ground or in policy guidance and so on. And whilst this is a very busy slide with lots of text on it, I think it highlights some of the real feeling that there is around iCASP from our partner organisations. So where we're able to help people directly do their job, or strengthen business cases, or provide documents that support people in their advocacy work, models and tools that allow new decisions to be made, or more effective and cost-effective capital works and planning to be implemented. This is great stuff, just what iCASP needs to be delivering. And the fact that people are saying that iCASP also allows ideas to flourish is also a great testament to the work that the team and the partners are doing together to help deliver environmental solutions. Now, what this all means, of course, is that we're still open for business. We still want to undertake new projects as well. And so your input into these new projects is really important for us. So, of course, these have to be still within the kind of catchment-based subject remit. And we have to be able to use existing environmental science at the universities of Leeds, York and Sheffield, or the National Centre for Atmospheric Science to underpin our work. So those are the 4 core academic partners. And the work has to be impact focused. So any new projects, we really want to know with absolute clarity, what will this deliver? What will this change for businesses, for organizations, for society, for economy, for the environment? What difference will this make? So of course, we're focusing still on the Yorkshire region, but all projects have to be co-designed between non-academic and academic teams. I mean, this is the function of iCASP, that we're bringing together partners to come up with ways of delivering new solutions. Projects can be on a range of scales, so they can be quick turnaround projects of a few £1,000s, for example, to much larger projects over 100,000, 200,000, something like that. And we can fund projects directly ourselves, so as iCASP, using the NERC funding to do it, or we can utilise funding from other organisations with some perhaps in kind or cash contribution from iCASP as well. And an example of this is where we've managed to secure some European funding as a partner on a big project on farmer or agricultural contract solutions, for example. And so that's adding extra funding and enabling to do more things, and iCASP just providing a bit of in-kind support to that. But broadly speaking, it's extra income to the region and extra income to support activity on looking at how we can influence elms, for example, and also how we can support farmer networks. Where projects are expected to cost more than £20,000 to iCASP, then our governance group, which is made up of 16 non-academic partners, are the group that decides which projects are funded. So the academics don't make a decision about which projects get funded. Where they come in is in supporting the co-development of projects, or in looking at concept notes that come in. So the executive management group of iCASP look at concept notes and just check their feasibility and check that the right academic input is being made to those project scoping documents. But it is ultimately you, the users of iCASP outputs, that make the decisions on which projects to fund. So we've got a suite of projects that are live at the minute, and all of this, of course, is available on our website, and Poppy's done a fantastic job of putting that information in there in a really accessible form. But of course, if you want to know more, you can always contact us, and we'll gladly provide you with more information about any of our projects. Just to give you a flavour of some of the ongoing projects, we've got work on NFM, we've got work on green and blue infrastructure business cases, work on payment for outcomes schemes, work looking at SMEs in the insurance industry to think about how we boost resilience in SMEs. We've got a project looking at how we integrate catchment telemetry data in the city of Hull. Work on a new project which has just launched in the last few months, which is looking to develop the SHAPE GIS tool which local authorities use to support climate resilient decisions, so embedding environmental information into that planning tool, as it's kind of currently lacking that sort of data at the minute. And then we've got a whole suite of other projects looking at sediment, a new project on nitrogen management, for example, and supporting property flood resilience as well. So I mentioned the thinking we started doing about the longer term sustainability of iCASP and what we do beyond January 2023. And of course, we've got a fantastic network now of partners all working together, good understanding to help devise projects and on projects to deliver solutions in the region. And so there's a question about how we build on that. And there are 3 examples on the screen. I mentioned the first last year, and that's before we submitted any bid. And this is a scheme called Strength in Place. It's all about the levelling up agenda from the UK government around regional strengths. And so we submitted a bid called Water Innovation Yorkshire, all about delivering economic growth from enhancing the region's position globally as a major player in the water sector, particularly where we can develop integrated solutions that are providing environmentally good and sustainable water solutions, delivering growth, of course, for our region. So we're waiting the outcome of that submission to see whether we got through to stage 2. And if we get through, then of course you'd all be warmly welcome to join us in that, because it's all about delivering a major bid in partnership right across the region. The second on here is a bid by a partnership of 8 of the top North of England universities, called the N8, who are working together on a proposal for BEIS on how the UK can deliver net zero. And there are 4 themes in that proposal, and one of them focuses on nature-based solutions. So the idea here is that we'd be able to build on the iCASP network and all of the great work we've been doing so far to enhance the iCASP model and build on that and ensure we can connect into the net zero agenda and the kind of green growth agenda post-COVID-19. And then finally, there's a new scheme from NERC, which is for £10 million partnerships. There'll only be a couple of these funded, I think, 5 years funding, and only single universities or research centres can bid for this. So unfortunately, it can't be a partnership of several universities, but what it can be and must be is focused on user needs. So non-academic partner needs are really crucial, and it's about how environmental science can deliver solutions. So again, another potential opportunity for us to build on the fantastic work we've been doing in iCASP to secure the longer term sustainability of the programme well into the future. Well, I'll end it there. I hope you enjoy the new webinar format for the Confluence. It's of course not the same as, meeting in person and networking over lunch or a nice glass of wine in the evening, but let's take advantage of the technology. I'll end also by just saying extending my huge thanks to the whole team that support iCASP, and to you all for being part of the partnership that is iCASP. We're all working together for the same common cause. I think it's a fantastic achievement to where we've got to, and now it's about taking it to the next step. So thanks to everybody for being involved, and thanks also to, in particular, to Poppy, who's been behind the scenes madly working away to organise this webinar. So thanks so much.